This is really cool. Ever since I was a little boy, I always wanted to do a show in a Soviet-era Cold War grain silo, so that's real cool. It's a heritage-listed building, the Rechabite. That's pretty cool. It means it's so old you can't get rid of it, like the Queen or Fremantle, so it's good. It is a hard year. I don't know what's going on. Sam was right. We've had so much crazy stuff. Trump's in. He's coming out soon. That guy is drunk. I don't know what Rihanna's doing, but it sure as shit isn't releasing a new album. I'll tell you that much. Oh, fun one. McGowan government, they've introduced a ban on single-use plastics. Pretty good. I'll admit, though, I'm a bit on the fence about that one. I don't know how I feel, because if they get rid of single-use plastics, who are football players going to take to the Brownlows? Yeah. Basil Zemplis, elected Lord Mayor of Perth, has... yeah, I know, I'm not a fan either, I know. But he's Sam's dad, so I don't know if we can do this.
Can I say I come from tall, gangly fuck genes?
Yeah, it's true. You guys are good. His grandfather was the tree in Lord of the Rings. Basil Zemplis has apologised after on-air comments against the trans community, which is a weird route for him to take. It's a bit hypocritical for him to make fun of trans and non-binary people, seeing as he so regularly presents as both a dick and a cunt. That's good. Come fight me, Basil. Come fight me, Basil. Bindi Owen's pregnant. Pretty happy about that. I'm happy about that, but I'll tell you what I'm more excited about. That's got to be one of the craziest delivery rooms ever. That's got to be nuts. Just 20 Irwins, full khakis, just holding the baby by the umbilical cord. Like, just don't get too close. They'll get you. I love that. The hard border's coming down, which is pretty cool. I'm happy about that. Turns out we actually spent millions of dollars just policing the hard border to make sure no one went into regional WA, which is like, surely that could have been done cheaper. Like, if you don't want people to go into regional WA, show them pictures of regional WA. Oh, come down to the Pilbara, home of the big pineapple, the big apple, and the little meth problem. Like, what? Clive Palmer lost his lawsuit. That was pretty cool. For those of you who don't remember, he was suing WA over not being let into the state, but there was a real concern that if he got to WA, he might actually catch corona and survive. So... This is pretty cool. Tasmanian devils are being reintroduced to mainland Australia for the first time in 3,000 years, which I love. I hope they take off. I hope they're running around, they're pissing and shitting everywhere, they're just just these feral animals just ruining the country, and then just a bunch of Balinese tourists in the background being like, ha ha, how's it feel? Gina Reinhardt has bought a $30 million property, and she's got a lot of controversy. It's this regional property. She bought the lease off she undermined the ability of a traditional owners to buy the lease. She outbid them. And a lot of people are saying not only is that a bad thing, but it actually might represent a whitewashing of Indigenous history. People are really concerned about this. It might change or try and change the narrative of the Dreamtime rainbow serpent to instead being replaced by a fat white snake. The company that produces Coon Cheese is changing the name of... Yeah, I know. I'm doing it. I'm actually going there. They're changing the name of Coon Cheese after some people brought up some concerns that it may have racist origins. But a lot of white Australians are saying that that's actually not the case, and it was just the name of the founder, William Coons. But a compromise has been struck, so they won't have to change the name. They're just going to use his full name to offend no one. It's William, the Anzacs were cowards for retreating Coons. A 74-year-old man in Egypt has become the world's oldest professional football player, which is crazy. He's so old that getting a red card to him makes you think he's a communist. Like, that's crazy. And if that's who one of their lead strikers is, like, what's the rest of their team like? Their wing attack is just a lounge chair with a moustache. And their goalie's just a magpie in swoop season. Just like, get out of here! Every state in the country except for Tasmania has recorded a negative birth rate this year, which is nuts to think. But like, I guess it makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Like, Tasmania is probably the only state where being locked in with your family doesn't reduce your sex life. Listen, guys, we have an amazing show for you tonight. We got famous Sharon in the building. R&B female Madonna, Adrian Zuke. And YouTube superstar Rory Lowe.